Hello friends, today we will learn about the operators in the Python. An operator is a symbol that is used to perform the operations on values and moreover the variables. So we will learn at first the operations like the addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. That means the algebraic operations. So first operator already we have discussed earlier, that is the equal operator. That means suppose we have a variable that is name. Then we are providing the data that is suppose addition into that variable. Then if we want to get the output, then we are just using the print function and also the name of the variable. If we run the code, we are getting output as addition. So that equal operator take the value or the data on the right side of the equal sign and stores the data in the variable on the left. As that equal sign is assigning some value to the variable, it is an assignment operator. Let's check with the arithmetic operations or some arithmetic operators. We use the arithmetic operator to perform the arithmetic operations such as the addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. So friends, these are the list of the arithmetic operators used in Python for the operations. The first one is called the addition, and that is we use the sign that is plus. For the subtraction we use the minus. For multiplication we use the star. For exponent we use the double star. That should be division. For division, that is we use the front slash. For remainder we use the percentage sign. For float division or the quotient we use the double front slash. Let's check all the operators one by one. So first one, suppose we have our number. That is, we are giving the name of the variable as number, and after that we are giving another variable that is result, and result is equal to number plus 10. Check here, we have used the plus sign for the addition operator. Then for output we are using the print function, and obviously for the result variable. Let's check what is happening with the code. If we run the program, then the 15, that is an integer value, is assigning to the variable name that is number. Then the result variable is holding the value of the number variable, that is 15. Then it is adding the plus 10. So finally we are getting the result as 15 plus 10. So that one is the 25. So here the 10 is added with the value stored in the number variable, which has been assigned as 15 at first using the equal operator. Then after addition, 10 plus 15 is equal to 25 is stored in the result variable using the equal operator. Finally, the print function is for the output. Now instead of result variable, we can directly print the result like this. So suppose we are here commenting the second statement, and here we are giving the result. In place of result we are using that code. So if we run the program, we have the result as syntax error. That is the invalid syntax. Why? Now, particularly we have not commenting that one. So if we comment now the second statement, now run the coding, that is we are getting 25 directly. So expect result variable directly print the result. But always using a variable for the result is a clear programming. So we revert back to the program once again. So here we are deleting the comment line and we are giving the variable name here. Okay, and once again if we run the code, we are getting that is 25. So next we are proceeding to the subtraction operator. So instead, in place of plus, we are giving that one as minus. So if we run the code, here we are getting 5. Obviously 15 minus 10, the number stored in the number variable, that is 15. So 15 minus 10, we are getting that one as 5. For the multiplication, we use the star operator or the star sign. So if we change the code and if we want to run the code, we are getting 150. So 15 into 10, we are getting 150. For the division operation, we may use the front slash. That is number divided 10. Now look at the thing. If we run the code, we are getting 1.5. Obviously, the result is 1.5. 15 by 10 or 15 upon 10. Now for the power, that means the exponent, we may use the double star. So if we now run the code, we are getting a very big number. So suppose we are changing the 10 to 2. So that means 15 to the power 2. That means 15 into 15. So if we run the code, we are getting 225. We may check it also with the value we are getting from 15 into 15. Let's check. If we run that code in that way, that is 15 into 15, we are getting 225. So that is the way we can find out the exponent. Once again, we can check. Suppose 15 into 15 into 15 once again. So we are getting the result as 3375. So in just changing the code, we are just changing the code and we are giving the value to the power 3. The result obviously that is 3375. Now we are proceeding to the operator, that is float division or the quotient. So we are changing the code, that is double front slash, and after that we are changing the number to 10. Obviously 15 division with 10, we are getting the quotient as 1. Let's check. We are getting the result as 1, and for the remainder we must use the percentage sign and the remainder would be 5. So check it. If we run the code, we are getting the remainder as 5. We are changing the value. So 15 quotient with the data, that is 3. That means 15 upon 3. We are getting the quotient as 5, and obviously the remainder would be the 0. So we are getting the quotient as 5, and if we change the code now, and we are getting the remainder as 0. So once again we are changing the complete code here. Suppose the number is equal to 15, and we are giving here, instead of result, here the name of the variable, that is quotient number, and here we are giving 10, and suppose the remainder is the second variable giving us number percentage 10. That quotient sign should be double front slash, and we are giving the print in a different way. Suppose that one, when comma the variable name, that is number, comma is divided by 10, quotient colon, comma, we are getting the quotient, then once again the remainder. The variable name, remainder. Let's check the code once again. When 15 is divided by 10, the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 5. Now we can use more than 2 operators in a single statement. Let's delete the code here. We are changing the value of the number here in that way. Suppose 105 by 7 plus 2 star 5 minus 3. That means already we have used the 4 operators here. Now which one we have to use at first? So using the BODMAS rule, it would be better we can use the brackets. So we can wrap up the parenthesis here, and we can write down the statement in that way. So that would be a better understanding. So if we want to print out the number, or we want to get the output, we are getting the result as 22. Now we should do some operations on the strings. So we are deleting all the codes here, or all the statements. So the first one is known as the concatenation. That is the concatenation of the strings. Now whatever the plus sign has been used in the arithmetic operator for the addition, that plus operator uses as concatenation operation for the strings. That means to join the strings. Let we have a variable str1, and that one is, suppose we are giving the string value, that is hello. Then second variable, that is str2, and we are giving the result as world. Let at first delete that blank space. So if we print str1 plus str2, we are getting the result as hello world, but here no space is there. So we are using a blank space here, and if we want to get the result, then we are getting hello world. Now what is happening here? Now plus operator in case of string is using as an join operation. That means we are concatenating the strings, and that is not only one case. Suppose we have str3 and that one is to the Python. So we are changing the code once again for the output str3. So if we run the code, we are getting hello world to the Python. So that means the plus, that sign is used for the concatenation in case of the strings. Next, we will proceed to the assignment operators. So we are deleting the codes here or the statements, and we are proceeding to the assignment operators. Okay, so instead using a single variable, we may use name of the variables in a single statement and assign the values on the right of the equal operator sequentially. Suppose we have x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. So if we want to print x and if we want to print y, if we run the code, we are getting obviously 3 and 4. But instead of these two statement, we can use only one statement, such as that can be equal to x comma y equal to 3 comma 4. If we run the code, we are getting the same result. That means that is equal to the x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. So suppose we have another variable, that is z, and we are giving the value of z as 5. So if we want to get the output for the value or the variable z, we are running the code and we are getting 3, 4 and 5. But always remember the commenting statements, that means the variables we have defined and assigned earlier separately, is more convenient and easier to understand than that type of assignment to the variables. Now we should proceed to some compound assignment operators. That means here we are once again changing the code and we are giving compound assignment operators. So let's delete all the code here and we are proceeding with another one. Suppose x is equal to 5 and then we are writing x plus equal to 10, and the next one x minus equal to 10. What is happening here? Now that line or that statement is practically just looking like x is equal to x plus 10, and the next one is originally giving us the result like x minus 10. The first one is called the addition assignment operator. The addition assignment operator. And the second one is called the subtraction assignment operator. We can check the values here. So here we are getting the output of x at first. We also want the output from the first one. Let's check with the statement 1. What is happening here? Now the statement 1 is assigning the value 5 to the variable x. Then after print we are getting the result as 5. Third statement, x plus is equal to 10. That means x is equal to x plus 10. So 5 is stored in the variable x. So x is now 5 plus 10 or 15. So we are commenting that statement and we are giving the value here x minus equal to 10. So that is x is equal to x minus 10. So that means 5 minus 10, the result must be minus 5. Let's check the code and that is obvious, minus 5. Let the problem statement is like that. Let you are going to buy a book of rupees 250. The shop is going to give you a discount of 10%. You have rupees 300 with you. So you give rupees 300 to the shopkeeper. How much amount should the shopkeeper return you with the book? Let's do the program code. Suppose we have a variable that is money underscore hat. And that is obviously the 300. Then another variable, suppose that is book value, and that is 250. Next we are giving another variable that is discount underscore percent, and that is 10. So another variable that is describing the discount amount. So suppose that one is discount underscore amount, and that one is equal to the discount underscore percent divided by 100 into book underscore value. So what is the book value after discount? Book, that is after discount, that one is equal to the book value minus the discount amount. So I pay back is equal to the money I have and minus the book after discount. So finally we are getting the output shopkeeper return me rupees, and that one is I pay underscore back, comma, there also must be a comma, otherwise that must be a syntax error, and with the book. Let's run the code, and we are getting shopkeeper return me rupees 75 with the book. And that is how we can use the operators in Python.